How you doing, guys? Punk here, and welcome to Kholat, a game I've been wanting to play for a long time. A game that's voiced by Sean Bean, who's a really good fucking actor, and I loved him in Game of Thrones until the end of Season 1. Fuck you. But anyway, I cannot hear shit. When I first opened this, I blew out my, ears because the game was so loud, so I had to adjust it. It's still fucking loud. So if I start screaming at some point, I'm sorry. Also, Carnage is fucking awesome. I'm drinking cheer wine. Sorry. Okay, let's go. New game. I may have to adjust my headset again just so I'm not blasting out through the mic and yelling, because if I can't hear, it makes my voice rise, because I think you guys can't hear me, but I know you can, so I'm sorry. Eventually I'm going to get a better mic too. The Blue Snowball is great, but I don't like the audio quality of it. But for a cheap mic, for a beginning mic, it's fucking awesome. And it's green. But we're waiting for this to load. So I've been taking on Kholat. I've been meaning to load this up last week, but I didn't. I'm going to try to start getting back into at least daily videos, like one daily video, since I'm doing Fallout 3, Wolf Among Us, Kholat, and Zombie. So I want to get at least one of those out every week, so I'm going to get into that game plan as soon as I possibly can to get back into it, because I've been out of, like, a set schedule for a very long time. This is taking a while to load. Also, this game is one of the better horror games to come out in since of this year, actually. As far as a lot of people have told me, it takes place in Russia. If we get to the cutscene, there we go. Now shut up.
56 years ago, Russia, the northern Ural Mountains. A group of 9 students of the Ural Polytechnic Institute embarked upon a difficult winter expedition to reach the Otorten mountain. Their journey seemed to progress according to plan. However, on the 7th day of their trip, the weather conditions worsened. They lost their orientation and were forced to set up a camp on the slope of the mountain called Kholat Syakhl. It was their last stop. 3 weeks later in Yekaterinburg, when their families received no word of their success, the first rescue expeditions were sent. On February 25th, 1959, an abandoned encampment was found. The tent was torn down and covered with snow, with all the group's belongings left inside. Further examination revealed it was cut from inside out. The surrounding footprints indicated the crew had fled the tent. They were barefooted. This suggests a frantic escape, characteristic of people scared out of their wits. 2 sets of prints led to a forested area down the slope. The rescue team found an improvised fireplace and 2 bodies. They were lying in but their underwear, with cuts and scratches to their limbs, suggesting they had tried to climb the tree in panic. What could terrify them so much? The next 3 bodies were found scattered a few hundred meters from the first discovery. One of them had suffered a fractured skull, this despite no evidence of a struggle. It took the spring thaw 2 months later to enable the rescue team to find the rest of the victims. The last 4 skiers were found buried in a thick layer of ice and snow. Their autopsies led to even more bizarre findings. All of the bodies had severe internal injuries caused by an undetermined force, similar to that of a serious car accident. No external damage nor bruises were visible, besides a tongue ripped from one victim's mouth and a strange orange skin color. Much speculation arose from these puzzling events. Such theories included attack from the local tribesmen, from an avalanche, or animals. Each theory, however, only served to create more questions. The truth behind this tragic course of events remains unexplained to this day. What really happened? Maybe the answer still waits to be discovered, deep under the snow.
Alright, so we're into the game. That was fucking... I don't know. So far the game looks fucking beautiful. It's running at 30 frames a second. That's probably my fault on my end, because I'm... Random music. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to adjust a few things so I can put the volume back to 100% in the game, but turn this down so it's not blowing me out. 1 second. Okay, we're back, guys. Sorry about that. I had to adjust some stuff, because that was really loud. I'm not used to, like, my headphones being superbly loud. This game just happened to have, like, really loud sounds. So we're in a town outside... Oh, I can zoom in with my left mouse button. Holy crap. The game looks pretty! Now, I've seen Jim Sterling and Markiplier play the first 30 minutes of it. So I do know what's going to happen in the first 30 minutes, like, in some areas. But that's it. I just wanted to give that forewarning. No one seemed to explore the town, but the town itself seems dead. I don't think there's really even a need to be here. Because it's just the port town, and it looks like it's literally abandoned. I don't know if it is. But this does take place in an area of Russia, and these events, the game is based on true events. The events of this game, as far as the campers, like the hikers missing and stuff like that, are true. So I've seen that on like a few documentary shows and stuff like that on Discovery Channel, National Geographic, and it's really cool. I like mysteries like this because game developers can take true facts and interweave the fictional and the non-fictional together to create a truly fun experience for the player. And based on their personal beliefs, what happened and some clues. So we're gonna probably see a bunch of supernatural stuff as we slowly get covered by the fog. And then we slowly get into the eerie undertone. No one I've seen goes down that way. They always head this way. We're gonna head this way. I want to go down that way, but I'll probably do it on my own. It's creepy. This is so different from watching a game like this, someone else playing it, and then actually playing it. Oh. So that just leads back to the road. I don't think there's any collectibles. I don't know.
Are you coming to me?
If I ever encountered a place like this, there's no way in fuck you'd get me to go in there. No way. Unless I had a giant sword, a lantern, and all kinds of potions. And it was D&D, maybe. This is where we get knocked out.
In the end, the only thing I saw was a flash. An insufferable burning light. The pain ripping apart my body. I felt it tearing out of my soul. After a while, I was nobody. Nothing. The light went out and I vanished into overwhelming darkness. I welcomed the end with delight.
So I'm not sure what's happening. I'm just gonna hit forward and see where we go. I'm not sure if we're supposed to... There it is. 10. Skis. Can't fire. So if I'm correct, this is like one of the first... Press E. Okay. Press E.
I am right behind you.
compass is freaking out. And I also can't tell if that my kids are gonna act up either. I can't hear shit outside of these headphones, so sorry about that. Yeah. Well, now I can because there's no sound coming through. So you have to complain about something. It's the only thing about having kids and trying to record is kids and trying to record. I don't have a space in the room where you can't hear them, but I can do my damnedest to mute them out. Luckily, Audacity, I can select their individual cries and voices and like reduce it until it's nothing. Same thing with the fan that I've got. I don't have it now; it's at work. Oh, this actually might be a game. Hang on, guys. What to do with it? There it is. This actually might be a game where this is actually my Diablo 3 pad will come in handy, so I can write down coordinates. I've not had to do that in a game in a long time, actually. So this is going to be really exciting. So any coordinates that I come across that I don't remember, I can write them down. Okay, there we go. That took a little bit longer. I'm going to try to cut out the loading screens.
Have you ever tried to hold on to your humanity?
Didn't need to.
When others convince you of being no more than a subject, an object, which they can bend to their will. When they told you that you were a monster that deserved punishment, and you could really not remember your sins. When they took away your loved ones, leaving you to rot in the dark. The problem is, that in their darkness, you have never been alone.
Ha! So this is where we ended up. And I can... Well, that looked like a wolf. I'm gonna follow these. Press E for survival info. Like I'll press F. Oh, I lost it anyway. They headed this way, so. Press F. Was it F1? Yeah, F1. Running in deep snow is tiring. Adjust the pace surrounding distance so you don't exhaust your organism. Before setting off for a larger journey, rest in the camp and set a goal for a safe route. You can focus right mouse button on any object to take a better look at it. Lighting your way with flash, you become more visible. Observe the environment carefully for better navigation, which will help with maps. And see compass barely. Accessible rocky notches may lead to interesting places and shortcuts. To gain access to them, you will sometimes have to squeeze through left central low-lying obstacles or jump off them. Alright, so there we go. There's the game. We're done. We're not playing anymore. No, but seriously. Still gotta play it. Adjusting this again because it's not loud enough for me. There we go. That's much better. Alright, so map for map. This is where we're at now. That little triangle, red, that's the camp. Okay. So we're at the fork right now. So the camp's back that way, right there. We're at the fork. A fork. I have no fucking clue where we need to go. This is getting confusing as fuck, so bear with me, guys. And you see here, there's coordinates on the left, so 37 by... We are about, like, right here in this area. because this is where the camp's at. 31 by 60 east. So 37 by 37 north 62. North. Oh. 37 north, 62 east. Okay. So we need to go that way. We need to get there. Can I mark this? How do I mark? That's where we need to go. So let's see if we can find that area. Ugh. Oh, never mind. We're literally right here. So, whoops. So it was leading to us. Anyway, so like we're now at.
I set out the moment I heard about the incident. I was in the area, so I reported to the unit myself to be automatically assigned to the case. I arrived at Vishai on February the 19th, a couple of days before the Institute's rescue group. While waiting for them, I started asking around to see if anyone from among the locals knew anything about the incident. One of them said he had a hunting cabin in the search region and knew the area very well. I decided to use him as a guide. When the rescue team had finally arrived, I explained to them what the unit's role was in this mission and that all discoveries or observations should be brought to my attention before anyone else's. We established priorities, checked the equipment, and set off right away. It was not until February the 26th we found the tent that I believe belonged to the students. Initial findings show that the people in the tent cut its sidewall and for some reason tried to escape from it in panic. The tracks in the snow led to a forest 1.5 kilometers away. But the trail went cold after 500 meters and we had to carefully search the entire area. This was not a place of any average incident. We had shivers crawling all over our bodies because of the atmosphere surrounding us. I was convinced that something more than just an accident had occurred here. I had the feeling we were dealing with something unnatural.
And according to that, yeah. So I'm gonna get away from this. Oh. There's a... I guess we're gonna follow you then. So we're headed northeast, southwest. Oh crap, I'm getting tired. I'm tired really quick. So we're headed to follow the moon. So yeah, so even in the game, some of the explorers and the rescue teams thought that they were dealing with something supernatural, so... That's quite interesting. So where the hell are we going? So wolf. So now we're in a valley. Okay. So this game I'm going to be using my map and compass a lot. So they marked that, so we are now, if I'm correct, we ran Oh, so it wants us to investigate all these places that are marked, so... This is where we are, 3762 north. This is where we were, 7 north. Should be up here. 7 north, 52 east. Are there any... Okay, let's see where we're closer to somewhere else. Yeah, we're closer to... I wonder if tackling these out of order would be weird. Because 54 north, 61 east is like literally down here, and the next one's 54 north, 61. It's here. So did we run this way? We'll see. So I can't figure out where I'm at on the map. I'm gonna get used to this map at some point. Oh, this game, the atmosphere, everything is great about it. Flashlight, don't really need that. We found another page. Oh, this one I've got to read. Mysterious events, mysterious lights above the Svabondi Cosmodrome. I don't know how to say that. Svabondi. We'll skip that. Mysterious events in the sky were noted during the night of 4 to 5 of July 4th to the 5th. Witnesses testified they had seen a bright orange sphere which had crossed the sky above the city several times, moving chaotically and immediately changing its direction of flight. Finally, it stopped and disappeared. Major Gierka and aviation professionals confirms it is impossible for any flying object we know to move like that. The military and Cosmodrome's personnel answered our questions in a short and firm way by distancing themselves to the event, informing there was no activity in the area, as well as there were no tests performed. Alright, so I wonder if that got marked on the map. No. Pages do not get marked on the map. So I still... No, right. Yeah, they did. Right there. This is where I found the page. So I was here, walked up here. So this is our map. Fuck. Now I'm confused. So north is... Which way is north in this compass? This way? North. East. West. South. I don't know. Or unless that's north. But we're up here on the bend. So if we're looking this way, we are staring up. Okay. I need to get a compass. That way I can figure out which way we're going. That was here. So if I come back that way, that'll be the path that I was going, which is back north and east. Shit. Let's just go this way. Is this even a way we can go? It doesn't look like a trail. I mean, it does. Shit, it doesn't look like shit! Damn you, Rastilian. Cave. Right. This is the cave. There's no legend to this map. so I can't tell what's what. All I can assume is that this is the cave that we went to right here. Okay. Well, this is just an overpass. Oh. Well, fuck. Couldn't see a light down there. And a bunch of dead trees, so no, that's just a dead end. So that was the dead end that we went to. Wolf! Really? Shut your damn mouth. I know the moon is full, but you don't need to moan in my ear. Unless that's not really a wolf. Then we're screwed. But there's two ways we can go. We came this way. So there's the path off for us, the path off to the right, and then the path off to this way. So let's follow the forest. I'm gonna do some aimless wandering until I understand what this game wants from me. That's a wolf. So there's the path back down. There we go, here's the path. Just kind of walk through the woods for no reason. Also, so I can walk with the map. So what we're doing here is we're here now. Yeah, we're here now, so we can go left or right. Let's go to the left. Because the next part that we needed to get to was up here, so the only way to get up here seems to be this way. We can branch through into the caves and up in this direction and find out whatever we need to find. So let's go do that since I'm already here, and we'll see what these are when we get to them. So that sounds like a plan. Spooky plan at that. It's giving me the willies. That's a totem. Unless this was the split it was talking about. I'm still gonna keep to the left. Because I can't, it's weird because you can't really tell which path is what, because this is one of those games that harken back to the old games where the developers didn't help you, and I like that. It's not a natural sound. Let's see what's over this way. It's the cave. A cave, another one. That tower. Oh, I believe we just did a U-turn back into the... Damn it. Okay, so some of these do lead back into the field where. Okay, so I need to turn back around and go the other way. I need to go back up in those caves. To go back up this way. Okay. Yeah, so some of the paths lead back up to the stone, which is where I need to not be. I think. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, okay, there we go. Got it. Sounds like we're on a boat. Wow, these distances are very short. They're much shorter than the map makes it out to be. Holy shit. Water. Damn it, so is there no way for me to jump or anything? And really not get up this? Damn it. So it's pointless to even come up here. It's fucking brilliant. Found another totem. Oh, fuck you. Timer went off. Never had that happen before. Usually I'm done before that. Alright guys, well I'm going to continue playing this. We're going to leave the game right here because I'm going to continue messing with the map. So I don't think we can jump up that, which sucks. But we are right here. So we're going to have to... I don't know. I guess we're going to have to go around a long way. So we're going to have to go back down the trail to where it splits off where the totem was. It forks and then take a left up there. And then we'll go around up here. Because apparently our organism... Alright, well, before we got interrupted by the whispering in the cave, I don't think we can jump, so we're going to have to go around the long way, so I'll be right back, guys. Have fun. I hope you're liking the series, and before anything sneaks up on us, we're going to do this, so have fun. I hope you're liking the game. I'm loving it so far, even though it's a bit confusing with the map and all. So have fun. I will see you later. Any tips, suggestions, leave them in the comments below, and hit the like button if you like the video. So, thank you guys. I will see you all later. Have fun and goodbye. Locked door, so I do have to go there. Okay. Let's go fight our first zombie, I guess. I missed him.